Hello，大家好。等一下，我要设计好这个 PPT，这个大家好，你们可以看得到我的 PPT 吗？好 ，Okay, good. So we're gonna start really soon. It's great to see you guys again. 我很开心再直播一次。I'm really happy to be doing this live broadcast again. Welcome to our open course. 欢迎你们来收看我们的公开课。I'm going to have very soon. We're going to be creating my VIP course. 就是我们正在准备我的 VIP 课，所以那个马上要出来了，我们会告诉你们。We'll tell you guys as soon as that is ready. In the meantime, there are other courses available already that I hope that you guys can subscribe to. 就是我们已经有一些 VIP 课，其他的服务你们可以去看一下。你们今天怎么样？ How are you guys today? Good? 学生们 Students? Good? Great. Yeah, I'm feeling good today as well. 我今天没有准备音乐，因为上一次大家都说太吵了。I didn't prepare any music for today's lecture because last time it seemed like it was really loud for some reason. 我不知道为什么，所以希望下一次我可以 figure it out. I hope that next time I will be able to know why the music was too loud. 好，时间马上要到了。我们开始之前有问题吗？ Does anybody have any questions they'd like to ask before we begin? 任何问题都可以，不一定要跟这门课有关系啊。Good scenery. 谢谢。没有问题。好，我们再等1分钟，等有一些人来。其实这些 scenery, this scenery, 好，这个差不多算是开始了。This is actually my university. I went to Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, which is an Ivy League school in New York State. 我上大学的时候我已经毕业了，但是我本科是康奈尔大学毕业的，是常春藤大学，在一个城市叫以斯加，在纽约比较偏远的一个地方。It's in New York State, but it's very far away from New York City. 很冷的 It's very cold, but it's also very beautiful. 就是自然风景特别美。它的瀑布是最美的。It's famous for its waterfalls, known as the Ithaca Gorges. 所以我希望你们以后可以去看一看 Cornell， 因为是很美的一个校园。好，今天的课 就是Mike 就是介绍给你们美国的大一。I'm going to introduce you guys to freshman year of college in the U.S. I know that a lot of you are thinking about studying college or in college or are maybe thinking about studying abroad. But even if you're not thinking about going to college in the U.S., you might just be curious about what it's like. 我知道你们很多是学生，很多是大学生，很多马上要变成大学生，要进大学了。你们不一定要去美国的大学，但是你们至少可能会有一点好奇美国的大学是怎么样的。然后我们可以从这个题目来学一些美国的文化和单词和英语。We can use this topic to study a lot of interesting cultural and language topics. 所以我们开始吧。Freshman year with Mike at American colleges and universities. 好，首先我要给大家看我觉得很搞笑的一句话，是很有名的美国的一个作家写的。To start off with, I'm going to introduce you guys to a funny quote. Quote 是一个单词，意思是有名的一句话，是叫一个 quote。在这两个之间的就是一个 quote。这个人叫 Mark Twain， 其实我不知道怎么翻译这个人的名字，但是你们肯定听说过他的中文名，他很有名。他写了那本The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn and The Adventures of Tom Sawyer。这两本书是美国文化经典的书 ，They're classics， 经典 of American literature， classic books of American literature， 文学和书。然后这个 quote 是5年级，哇，some people get an education without going to college. The rest get it after they get out. 然后我觉得这句话很有意思，也有一点搞笑。你们可能一下子没有看懂，因为觉得他怎么会说那个呢？这个具体的意思是，有很多人不读大学，还是学会了教育，还是感受到了教育，有了教育，其他人读了大学之后才会有真正的教育。这一句话的意思是，不管读不读大学，要有真正的生活经验才会有真正的教育。就是 that's to say that in order to get real education, a real education, you need to have real life experience. So I think this quote is really funny. I'll read it one more time. Some people get an education without going to college. The rest get it after they get out. 就是他们出来了之后。谢谢你们的话。好，继续。这是我们今天要讲到的一些很基本的单词，就是大家都应该知道的单词。Basic vocabulary that everybody should know. I'm going to discuss them now. Right, so first, freshman. The topic of this lecture was about freshmen, right? Freshman 就是大一 ，sophomore 是大二，大一大二。然后 freshmen 和 sophomores, freshmen and sophomores, are both called underclassmen. 所以大一、大二都叫 underclassmen， 他们都算是 underclassmen。所以这有一句话，就是一个例子可以给你们解释这个 underclassmen 的感觉，就是 underclassmen must live in student housing, but upperclassmen can choose to live off campus. 这个可能有一点复杂，意思是 underclassmen 大一、大二 freshmen and sophomores 必须要住在宿舍里面，校园里的宿舍里面 student housing. 但是 upperclassmen 呢，大三、大四我们会讲到的 upperclassmen can choose 可以选择住在校园之外，他们可以租房子 ，they can rent apartments 租公寓，所以就可以感觉这两个的区别。所以 upperclassmen、underclassmen、upperclassmen、underclassmen。所以 upperclassmen 呢叫 juniors and seniors。juniors 是大三 ，seniors 是大四，都叫 upperclassmen。所以对，就你们大一、大二、大三、大四是 freshmen、sophomore、juniors and seniors。在这方面上，可能中文方便一些。Chinese is a little bit easier in this respect because you just say 大 and then the number 大一、大二, but we have separate names for each year. If you go to American universities or if you meet American students, you definitely need to understand these words because they come up all the time. 如果你们跟美国大学学生交流的话，你们必须要知道这些词。好，剩下两个很重要的词是 colleges, the plural of colleges, and universities. 这两个都翻译成大学 colleges 大学 universities 大学，但是它们的意思其实不一样。Colleges are usually smaller than universities. Universities 比 colleges 还要大。Colleges 没有 universities 大，它们比较小。然后 colleges 平时偏文科。Colleges are usually focused on the liberal arts. That includes like English, history, arts, fine arts, 就是英文文学啊、艺术啊，这些都是文科，这些都是 liberal arts。然后 universities，所以一句话是 I go to a small liberal arts college。我是一个小的文科大学的学生。I go to a small liberal arts college. Universities，平时比较大。University 是给一个很大的感觉。所以可以说 I go to a large research university. 我是很大的一个大学的一个学生，研究大学。Research university 这个单词也很常见，意思是他们人在那个大学做很多研究，特别是那种科学的研究。Scientific research is usually conducted, it's usually done at large research universities. 对，比较大。对。But you can, if you say I go to college, that can also mean I go to university. So if you're just explaining to people that you are a college student, you can either say I am a university student, I am a college student. People won't really care. 就是这个 college 和 university 的区别，简单的解释给其他人的话，他们有时候不会注意到。比如说，我是康大毕业的。I went to Cornell University. That's a university, a research university. It's very large. It has more than 20,000 students. 学生有2万以上，很大的。但是我也可以说 I go to college, 没问题。I can say I go to university, I go to college, 都行。但是这两个单词还是有一点小的区别，你们可以注意。好，我们继续吧。所以，这个是 freshman 大一。If you see the photo here, this is a very famous person online. 这个人在网上很有名。我不知道他的名字，他为什么有名呢？就是因为他长得很像个大一学生一样。I don't know this person's name. 我不知道他的名字。 but he just looks like a freshman. 他就长得像一个 freshman 一样 ，He looks like a freshman， 所以他很有名。这种图片在美国很常见，我觉得你们可能会觉得很有意思，叫 memes。memes 就是网上搞笑的图片，所以you will see this person's face a lot online. If you search for like freshman memes, you'll find a lot of pictures of this particular student, this guy, with like funny words and jokes. 就是这个人，就是你们搜 meme， 在百度里面还是 Google 里面，你们搜freshman memes， 你们就会发现这个人的脸。所以这个笑话呢，就是 I took 6 classes a day in high school. I can do the same in college. Dies. 这个为什么是个笑话呢？就是因为很多高中生上很多课，每天上6节课、9节课也有，就是整天都在上课，没有任何问题。但是到大学的时候，他们觉得我也可以继续这样子，没问题。发现了完全不行，太多了，所以他们就死。就是他们不会真的死的，但是他们会受不了，可能要挂几门课。所以我再读一遍。I took 6 classes a day in high school. 高中的时候，我每天上6门课。I can do the same in college. 上大学的时候，我也可以这样子，为什么不呢 ？Dies 死了。所以这种 these memes are really funny. 你们也可以自己去查 ，you can go look them up yourself. 这个 meme 的意思就是说，大一学生偏好高骛远，不知道我有没有读对那个词 ，but freshmen are often overly ambitious. 就是这个 overly ambitious 的意思是他们觉得我高中很聪明，是班上第1名，读大学的时候什么都可以干。I was the best in my class in high school. 高中第1名，状元 ，first in my class. 我什么都可以做 ，I can do anything. 然后他们上6门课 ，they take 6 classes, and it's too much， 太多了。所以这个是个梗 ，this is like a meme online. In the U.S., many students find college much more difficult than high school. 就是在美国，学生平时会觉得大学比高中要难很多。但是我听说过在大陆是相反的，就是高中非常辛苦，非常痛苦，你们要学那个高考，我都不敢想象高考有多难。I don't even want to think about how difficult the 高考 is because I'm sure that it sounds like hell. 听起来太难了。我们没有，our high school students have nothing nearly as difficult as that. 但是到了大学之后，事情就变难了，所以很多学生会发现这个改变。美国的大学也是世界上最好的。差不多。We also have basically the best universities in the world. 所以有时候学生就会被吓到，不会想到会有这么难。Sometimes freshmen will be scared at how difficult, they'll be surprised at how difficult it is once they get there. 好，另外一件搞笑的事情就是 the freshman 15。不知道你们有没有听说过的 the freshman 15？ 这个15是什么呢？这个15就是跟重量有关系的，是15 pounds。所以 the freshman 15 it means that lots of freshmen gain 15 pounds during their first year。就是很多美国的大一学生会长胖15磅，第1年。他们会变胖一点 ，they'll get a little bit fat. 为什么呢？ 第一是因为压力大。The first reason is because it's pretty stressful, or it can be for some students. 第二个很大的原因是因为大学的食堂的吃的很不健康，有时候不像大陆的一样。Student cafeterias, college cafeterias are sometimes very unhealthy. They're very unhealthy. You'll often see things like hamburgers for lunch, hamburgers for dinner, pizza for lunch, pizza for dinner, French fries, as many French fries as you want. 你们想吃多少薯条都可以吃，所以很多人会长胖。A lot of people will get fat freshman year. 所以这个其实跟我没有关系。I gained a little bit of weight freshman year, but I didn't gain 15 pounds. But this is an example sentence. I definitely gained the freshman 15. 我肯定就是有了这个 freshman 15. I ate pizza and hamburgers every day in the dining halls. 我在食堂里面每天都吃披萨和汉堡。所以这个是一个很常见的词 ，the freshman 15。其实你们可能不知道，我其实留学过，在复旦大学。I was a exchange student at Fudan University, so I know a little bit about mainland dining halls. They're a lot healthier than U.S. dining halls. 就是大陆的食堂是比美国的要健康很多。我不是说他们用的，就是他们的菜不一定好吃，也不一定用最好的材料，但是热量就不是那么高。The calories, the fat in American food is just, it doesn't compare with Chinese food. 美国的食物比中国的要就是高热量，卡路里要多很多，所以就是美国的大学生真的很容易长胖的。好 ，upperclassmen. So now that we've talked about freshmen, I thought I would give you guys another meme. 我们有了一个大一学生的 meme， 这个是一个 upperclassman 的 meme， 网上搞笑的图片。所以这个说 goes to final, meets professor for the first time. 这是什么感觉呢？ What does this mean? So the freshman students were overly ambitious, 对吧？他们什么都想做，觉得他们什么都能干。Upperclassmen 呢，他们已经很不一样了。他们去参加他们的就是最大的总决考试，就是 the final exam， 最重要的考试，他们去参加，竟然是他们第一次看见那个教授。They didn't go to any of the lectures. 他们一个讲座都没去过，还是去参加了那个考试。这个比较像 upperclassmen 一样。反正当然有很多人不是这样子的，这个就是网上很搞笑的一个梗。There are obviously many upperclassmen who are very studious. 他们很喜欢学习，他们很努力，他们不会这样子。但是这个是个梗。This is a common joke in American universities. 对，中国的食物不容易长胖，是的，就是我想说的，就不容易长胖。中国的食物。也有一个词叫 senioritis， 就是大四病，可以这样子翻译的。这个你们不必这个不是很重要，但是 senioritis 其实是从拉丁语来的，意思是病，所以这个词 senioritis is senior disease， 大四病。这是什么意思呢？这个病是什么呢？这个病就是什么都不想做了，就大学的事情不太在乎了，成绩也不在乎了，所以这个叫 senioritis。希望你们不会碰到这个，但是很多人会碰到这个情况，所以这个是一个例子。Now that I am a senior, I realized that grades are less important than finding a good job after college. 我从大四以后发现成绩没有找好工作重要。I realized that grades are less important. 成绩没有than finding a good job. 成绩没有找到好工作重要。A lot of people start to realize this, including myself, once they become upperclassmen. They realize jobs aren't always directly related to grades. 就是工作跟成绩不一定有直接的关系，所以这个也会影响这个 senioritis。但是我要说 upperclassmen 大三、大四学生也平时是学生会和的领导人也做最重要的本科研究。Upperclassmen are usually the leaders of student organizations and do the most important research in undergraduate colleges. So obviously this senioritis is not necessarily true for everyone. It's just a joke. 所以我还是很佩服 upperclassmen， 他们还是很重要的。好，所以如果你是美国的大一，你第二个星期会发现一个活动。If you guys are freshmen in an American university, for your first week or second week on campus, you'll have something called freshman orientation, or O week. This O is orientation. O week. 这个是新生欢迎周。So it's basically just a week that is a week or two, depending on the college, designed to welcome new students and also orient them to the university and get them interested in new organizations and classes. 所以就是为了介绍这个大学，介绍新的学生给这个大学，然后让他们知道一些社团和跟他们的专业重要的事情消息。所以 orientation，这个说 Hello, my name is Freshman。大家好，我叫大一。Orientation 是有一点神秘的一个过程。It's kind of mysterious。很多学生觉得很尴尬，不知道应该做什么。这个 orientation 的时候 ，they think it's awkward。awkward 这个词在这里尴尬，不太知道应该做什么。因为 orientation I don't know anybody on campus. I've never studied in a college before. Maybe I don't even know anything about my major. I might not even have a major picked out. 我可能没有选好我的专业。我谁都不认识，什么都不知道。这个 orientation， 我到底应该做什么呢？所以为了帮助这些学生，大学会给每一个新的学生一个新生欢迎周的时间表 ，an orientation schedule. If you actually become, or if you have been, or you plan on being a American student, you will definitely get an orientation schedule. Schedule 这个词是时间表的意思。所以这个是一个例子。It's an example sentence. Did you read the orientation schedule? I have planned out the whole week already. 你看了新生迎周的时间表了吗？我已经把这个星期的事都计划好了。所以有这种学生，这是什么样的学生呢？就是overly ambitious， 那些很刺激、很兴奋的学生，可能会说我已经把这个星期都设计好了。I have already planned out the whole week. I have planned out the whole week already. I have planned out the whole week already. 但是不是每个学生都是那样子的。不好意思，我可能要去拿一杯水，我有点等一下。Okay. Back to class. So, right, we were at the orientation and the orientation schedule. 时间表. So, what do you do at orientation? What's the point of orientation? Orientation 是干什么的呢？有什么目标？平时是为了给学生一些活动，一些经验，让他们认识一些人。活动就是 events. The point 目标 the point of orientation is to get students to attend events 参加活动 and meet new students 认识新的学生。所以一个人可能会说 I don't know which events to choose. There are so many. 好多活动我不知道该选哪一些。时间表上平时会有很多不一样的，可能跟文学有关系，跟科学有关系，跟运动有关系，跟社团有关系。With sciences, liberal arts, sports, anything. There will be events for everything during orientation. 很多学生不会知道应该参加哪些。Students might not know which ones to attend. You definitely shouldn't feel like you should attend all of them. 你们不必什么都参加，因为他们其实不是那么的重要。They're not that important. So some people will get nervous during this period. 很多学生会这一段时间觉得很紧张，给他们妈妈打电话说 Hi mom, I'm calling from school. I'm calling from college. I don't know anybody. This is so awkward. I don't know why I'm here. 我是从大学给你打电话来的，我谁都不认识，这个很尴尬，不知道应该做什么。So awkward, 尴尬这个词。Orientation is often very awkward. 就是这个新生欢迎周，平时很尴尬，但是也很重要。好。So this next section is about clubs. Big man is coming. 不是太晚了，我还在讲啊，还有半个小时，别急。So this is about clubs and athletics. 学生社团和运动。Clubs are 社团 and athletics is 运动。我为什么把这个部分放在这里呢？ Why did I put this section here? During orientation, during O week, orientation week, 那个时候很多学生社团和运动社团 a lot of clubs and athletic organizations will attend something called Club Fest. This means club festival, 就是学生会学生社团节日 Club Fest. 很多大学可以说所有的大学都会有一个 Club Fest. 但是不一定用这个名字，但是很多学校也用这个名字 Club Fest. So during O week, many clubs will introduce themselves to freshmen during Club Fest. 很多学生会社团会就是介绍给新的学生 because they need new members. 他们需要新的会员才可以继续。Colleges are interesting. I was very involved in some campus activities at Cornell. And you start to realize that 4 years, 4年真的4年不是很长的时间 It's not a lot of time. 所以如果你是领导人的话，然后去年就是新的会员不是很多，你们就会觉得很着急、很紧张。If there aren't a lot of new members last year or in the past 2 years, that's really bad in a college because it's only 4 years long. If that happens for 4 years, the club disappears. 就如果4年一直是那样子的话，这个学生社团就会消失，就会没有。Why can I speak Chinese? 我其实是大学学的，在 Cornell 学了3年的中文，然后在这里留学过。So Club Fest is very important for these organizations. Also, most U.S. colleges have clubs and organizations of all kinds. 大部分美国的学校有各种各样的学生会，organizations of all kinds. 这个 of all kinds 是个很有用的说法。比如说，我可以说这个花园 ，This garden has flowers of all kinds. 不必说has all kinds of flowers, has many kinds of flowers. 一个比较有意思的说法就是 flowers of all kinds. This library has books of all kinds. 就是有一点艺术感的感觉，就是有一点意思的感觉，这个说法。From academic organizations to art, music, sports, politics, 教育跟教育有关系的艺术、音乐、运动、政治等等，这个 etc. 可能很多人知道，但是可能有一些学生不知道，中文里面的那个等等，等于我们的 etc period. etc period is short for etc., which is a Latin word, 是拉丁语的一个词，意思就是还有等等还有。但是我不想提到所有的 I don't want to talk about all of them, but I'm just telling you there are more. 还有 etc. 对，然后这一句话就是，如果你们真的想去美国的大学，或者就是如果你们在中国大陆读大学的话，你们也应该注意，我推荐你们都去参加一些好玩的你们从来没有想过的事情的社团，比如说这个叫 Taiko Drums， 你们不必记得，但是是日本的一种音乐，然后康大 it's a Japanese form of drums, a Japanese form of music, and there was a student organization at Cornell called Taiko Drums, and I met some of those. I wasn't in the organization, but I met some of the people, and they always had a really good time. It was really fun. 他们总是觉得很好玩，就是做这个莫名其妙的，他们基本上都从来没有做过，就是大学之前的事情，他们都觉得很好玩。所以我推荐你们上大学的时候做一些这种事情。对啊 ，and so on， 对 ，double L，and so on is the same as etc. So you could say, there are clubs of all sorts, music, sports, politics, and so on. Or you could say, there are clubs of all sorts, from music, sports, politics, etc. etc. 平时是书面语，也可以说出来，就是也会在口语里面碰到的，但是更加是书面语的这个 etc. 因为是拉丁语。很好，应该多参加。好，宿舍，好像你们中国人的宿舍有一点惨。From what I've seen of Chinese dorms, they're very tight. Lots of students are crammed into a very small space. 你们可能有。我的屏幕上有一个虫子，等一下。好，你们可能有6个学生、8个学生在一个房间里面，在美国不是这样子的，所以我们的学生宿舍条件稍微好一点。The quality of student housing, the quality of dorms in the U.S. is a lot better than in mainland China. Although people still complain about it a lot. 学生啊，还是经常抱怨的，每天都会有人抱怨他们的宿舍。好，所以这些单词都很重要。Single, double, triple, co-ed, alcohol-free, roommate, RA, residential advisor. 这些单词是什么呢？9 people, 9个人在一个房间，真是很多呢。I can't even imagine that. 就是跟美国的大学完全不一样。所以这些是什么意思呢 ？Single 就是单人间 ，double 是双人间 ，triple 我不知道怎么说，但是反正是3个人在一个房间里面。然后也有 quad 是4人在一个房间，比较少见。但是最常见的 the most common types of rooms in the U.S. are single rooms 单人间 and double rooms 双人间。大一 freshman 大一平时在双人间里面。但是 upperclassmen 大3和大4if upperclassmen still live on campus 还住在宿舍里面的话they often have the choice of having single rooms 单人间谢谢你们的送花谢谢 Elva 好这个混合宿舍好像就是 co-ed just means that women and men are both in the same dorm. It usually doesn't mean that they're in the same room. 所以他们一栋楼里面会有女的，也会有男的，但是一个房间里面平时只是一个性别。There's only one sex in individual rooms. So there are actually a few exceptions. 好像还是有一些大学会允许人一个双人间有一个女的和一个男的，我听说过，但是有一点不敢想象。It's a little bit amazing, but I'm pretty sure that's at very liberal colleges 很开放的大学，好像有一些是那样子的。Alcohol free 禁酒宿舍this is pretty common in the U.S. Actually, most U.S. dormitories prohibit alcohol. 大部分美国的宿舍禁酒 but that's not really how it works out. 就平时就不是这样子，他们不能控制 there's no way to control it. 所以这个 alcohol free, what does it mean exactly? If alcohol is not allowed in any of the dorms, why are their dorms called alcohol free dorms? 就是为什么会有这个区别呢？就是因为这些人住在这里的人是故意住在这里的 they all chose to live in that dorm, so they really want to be in an alcohol free dorm. 就是这些人觉得酒很糟糕，他们特意选了住在这个禁酒的宿舍，就是这样子他们不会碰到这些比较疯狂的情况 they won't encounter these sort of crazy college experiences that they feel uncomfortable with 他们觉得不舒服好一个 roommate 是一个室友 roommate and RA residential advisor 就是一个宿管Residential advisors 经常是研究生 Residential advisors, RAs, are often graduate students. And graduate dorms they don't usually have RAs. They usually have like committees or something. 就是组织他们不会有 RA. 等一下今天我的口有点干所以这一句话就也没有You got a single? You are so lucky. 你拿了一个单人间，好幸运好走运I'm in a triple with 2 weirdos. weirdos 是个有意思的词，你们可以记住，不是很重要，但是就是很口语、不正式的一个词。weirdos 就是奇怪的人，就是让你觉得有点不舒服。你可以说 he's a weirdo. So you're so lucky you got a single. I'm in a triple with 2 weirdos. 很惨的这个人，但是也没有9个人在一个房间谈，所以你们可能觉得不惨吧。Yeah, that's still a lot better than having 9 people in one room. 好，这句话是 My roommate is my new best friend. 大一学生 freshman. This is pretty common for freshmen. I'm still really good friends with my freshman year roommate. So my roommate is my new best friend. 这个也是差不多是个梗，就 it's like a meme. It's something that it happens really frequently. 是很常见的。最好的朋友 best friend. 在美国，如果你说 best friend 的话，if you say best friend, that's actually like a pretty, I don't know if Chinese is this way as well. 我最好的朋友 This is like kind of, it's kind of sensitive. Like, if you tell somebody else that your other friend is your best friend, they might feel hurt. 他们会觉得伤心。他是你最好的朋友吗？我不是你最好的朋友吗？就是这个 best friend, 你要就是在对的情况用，因为真的是那个意思，真的是这一个人是我 best friend. He's the best. 其他的人都不是。Other people are not my best friend. 中文是这样子吗？就是在中文里面，如果我说这是我最好的朋友，其他人会觉得伤心吗？你们可以告诉我，我其实在这个有一点不清楚。好，这句话就是 I wish the dorms were co-ed. I wish the dorms were co-ed. My floor is all girls. How am I supposed to meet any cute guys? 就是我希望我宿舍是混合的，我楼都是女人，我怎么认识帅哥呢？ So there are still some dormitories in the U.S. Yes, thank you. So that also is like a sensitive word. Best friend, 最好的朋友，谢谢。There are still dorms in the U.S. that are not co-ed, that are single gender dorms, so only men or only women, and sort of like the alcohol-free dorms, 像这些禁酒宿舍一样, sometimes, particularly women, 特别是女人会选去一个只有一个性别的宿舍，他们觉得比较舒服，所以so sometimes women will choose to go into a women-only dorm because maybe their parents think that they're safer there or they feel more comfortable there. But in this case, she didn't want to be in a single-gender dorm, a single-sex dorm. 她不是这样子想的，她希望她可以在一个混合宿舍，因为那样子她可以认识帅哥。How am I supposed to meet any cute guys? Cute guys 就是帅哥。Let's see. Chinese people are more sensitive. 好，那我真的要注意。My RA caught me smoking the other day. Now I'm in big trouble. She is so strict. 所以你们要记住，这个 RA 是这个 residential advisor, 这个宿管，是吗？所以这句话是什么意思呢？ Caught me smoking. 这个的意思就是抓了现场，就是他的 RA 发现了他在抽烟。在宿舍里面，在美国是禁止抽烟的，不能抽烟。基本上所有的大学都是这样子的。You can play Dota 2 together. You know, I didn't think about that. That is a good advantage. 就是一个好处，就是5个人一起玩游戏会很好玩的。So they caught me smoking. 抓了现场。 the other day 的意思就是几天前 the other day 就是几天前 it's not a specific day. So if it's Friday today and I say the other day, 如果今天是星期五然后我说 the other day 意思可能是星期二星期一上个星期六也可以 just 几天前 it's a few days ago the other day. And now I'm in big trouble. 我有了大麻烦 I am in big trouble. So I could say they caught me smoking. I'm in big trouble. I could say my parents caught me with a girl. Like I'm a guy. My parents caught me out with a girl. I'm in big trouble. 我有了大麻烦，他们不想要我见个女孩子。然后这个是 She is so strict. 她好严格哦，就是这个人的 RA。这个人的宿管 this person's RA is so strict. Like, maybe a lot of people smoke in other dorms, but in this dorm, like, no smoking. Very strict, 严格 no smoking allowed. 好，所以我就是要给你们看，因为我知道你们的宿舍很不一样。这一张照片呢，就是一个比较烂的宿舍的双人间，在美国。我不知道是什么大学，我就是在网上随便找了这个照片。对，这个房间是太小了，但是只有2个人，然后他们2个都有桌子，对吧？所以也可以啊，还是有隐私，我觉得。然后他们窗户还是比较大的，但是这个还算是比较烂的。So even though they have this big window, they both have their own separate desks, they have their own separate beds. And it's a little bit small, but it's not that small. This is still like not a good dorm room in the U.S. How to say 10,000 点1万点伤害 just very hurt. That's definitely a Chinese expression. 那是中文的一个说法. You could say I'm very hurt. I feel so bad. 这个呢，这是什么呢？这个好看吧？你们可能觉得很好看，我也觉得很好看。你们猜一下这是什么大学？猜一下，有人猜吗？给你们5秒。MIT 不是 MIT。NYU 也不是。NYU 其实 your university, yes, exactly, double L. This is Cornell University, Muse Hall. 我的大学，这是一个双人间。其实我的宿舍根本没有这个房间，我的房间根本没有这个好，但是确实有这种很大的、很漂亮的房间给学生。所以如果走运的话 if you guys are lucky and you go to an American university with new dormitories, you might get a room like this. Also, universities that are not in cities, 不在城市里面的大学的宿舍条件要好很多。Universities, dormitories for universities that are not in cities, like Cornell is in a very small city, Ithaca. So our dormitories are a little bit better because the rent is cheaper. The land 就是那个地的价格比较低，所以他们的宿舍比较好。The land is cheaper, so the dormitories can be a lot larger. It must be expensive, yes. American universities are very, very expensive. 美国的大学特别贵，就是不管是跟哪个国家比较的，就是还要贵。Doesn't matter which country you compare it to, American universities are probably more expensive, even than like Saudi Arabia or Dubai or something. 就是还要贵，很贵。好，这个你们可能感兴趣，所以我放在里面了，是美国大学的一个特点。This is I think you guys will be interested in this. This is like a very unique aspect of American colleges and universities. Maybe in England they have something similar. 800 yuan per year, 800元一年. That's really cheap. That's a good deal. If you guys like, maybe you get 1,000 yuan a year, like 也许你们会有一年是1000元一年，觉得很惨，就想到我们的宿舍可能要4000美元一年，3000美元一年，就是可能3万人民币一年。So if you guys ever think your dormitories are too expensive, just think like it's a lot more expensive in the U.S. So, or if you're going to the U.S., just be prepared for that. 做好准备。好，这个是 fraternities and sororities. 兄弟会和姐妹会。Thank you. I appreciate that sentiment. 所以你们可以看，这是他们兄弟会和姐妹会。Fraternities and sororities usually have their own houses. Like a frat house is a fraternity house, and a sorority house is a sorority house. This, I don't know why it keeps going back. Sorry. This is a frat house. This is a really nice frat house. 这是很好的一个 frat house. 他们肯定很有钱。所以这个不是宿舍，这是这个兄弟会自己的一个楼，就是他们拥有这栋楼。American Pie, yeah, that's a funny movie. This is another funny movie about fraternities. It's from 1979. 所以 fraternities 就是兄弟会和姐妹会有很长的历史。There's a very long history in the U.S. of this. This movie is called Animal House. 动物房，不知道是不是这样子真的翻译的，我自己翻译成动物房。为什么是 Animal House? Why is it Animal House 呢？ It's because they all act like animals. 他们的行为像动物一样就是一样恶心。Gross behavior, disgusting behavior. And if you guys want sort of like, not necessarily the correct, but like 梗, the common way that people think about fraternities, you can watch this movie. 这是美国人就想到 fraternities 就会想到这种情况，然后你们可以看得出他们的 frat house 比较烂。Their frat house is not nearly as nice as this very wealthy, very beautiful frat house. But this is also a movie, so. 好，哇，已经9:23了。好。So, rushing for fraternities and sororities 这个词，如果你们感兴趣的话，你们应该知道这个词 rushing 就是赶，你可以赶车，对吧？ You can rush for the bus 赶车， You can rush to work 就是赶紧去工作，对吧？ Rush to work. Why is it rushing for fraternities and sororities? 赶兄弟会和姐妹会呢？Rushing in this case means sort of like competing for, 竞争，就是有竞争的，所以很多大一学生会 rush， 他们会赶紧去进这些兄弟会。So that's why it's called rushing. It's because it's sort of competitive, 有竞争力。冲，对，就是冲那个感觉。谢谢。So fraternity can also be called a frat. People who are in fraternities are often called frat boys. Sororities, sorority girls. That's annoying. This mouse, it clicks 就是会，我不想要它按的时候它还会按，所以它有时候会跳，不好意思。Rush week. Right, so rushing. When do you rush? In a lot of universities, rush week happens pretty much as soon as the semester starts. 学期开始的时候，然后就会冲去进这些社团，这些 fraternities and sororities. When can I see you again? I will be doing this. Thank you very much. Happy 4. I'll be doing these open courses. 这些公开课都星期三我都会直播。So every Wednesday I'll be doing these open lectures, and I hope you guys enjoy them, and I hope that you can come every time. So thank you. Thank you for the flowers. 框框那是春吗？风细雨。Wow. 谢谢你们。So what is a fraternity and a sorority? 它们是什么？我觉得我要解释给你们，就是他们是很有名，所以你们肯定听说过，是一种社团，是一种社会，然后都是一个性别的，比如说 fraternities is all guys, it's all men. 兄弟会都是男人，姐妹会都是女人 sororities is all women. 他们都住在一样的房子 they all live in the same house. 他们不住在宿舍里面 they don't live in the dormitories. 然后他们就经常有活动 they have a lot of activities together. 然后他们是很好的朋友 they're very good friends. They have lots of activities together. And they often do things like competitions 比赛parties, obviously, 就是很明显的他们有派对，最有名的是他们有最疯狂的派对 they have really crazy parties. That's what they're most famous for. If you watch Animal House, 动物房, or American Pie, or movies like that, 疯狂的派对你们都会发现的。不好意思，这个照片就是自动放的，我没有改这个照片，不好意思，这个不是一个 fraternity， 这个是一个微软系统的照片。Anyway, so yeah, it's like an organization that has lots of events, and they all live together, and it's very exciting. 如果你们去美国读大学的话，你们应该参加吗？我觉得我读大学的时候没有参加，I didn't join a fraternity. You don't have to. It depends on the school. 就是要看是哪个学校，有的学校可能学生的70%以上 more than 70% of the students will be in fraternities and sororities in some large schools. 但是有的学校可能没有兄弟会，根本没有。Like some schools just don't even have any fraternities and sororities. They're banned, 禁止的。So it really depends on the school. And it also depends on your personality. 就跟你个人的兴趣有关系的。If you really like people, 就是你是那种很热心的，很喜欢跟其他人交流的，很喜欢那种疯狂的情况的话，我建议你们参加。你们总是可以离开，然后你们会觉得很有意思。I recommend that you guys join one. Definitely investigate, 就是做好研究这一个组织是怎么样的。Definitely do your research because some of them are crazier than others. 就是有的很疯狂，有的没有那么疯狂。Some of them might be really rich, really wealthy, 就是很有钱。然后，比如说我不穷，但是我不是那么有钱。Like I'm not poor, but I don't have a huge amount of money. 其实有一些兄弟会 there are some fraternities that would look down on me. 他们会看不起我，因为我不够有钱，所以会碰到那些有一点恶心的情况。Sometimes you'll run into those sorts of problems, and they're kind of disgusting in that way. But there are a lot of really good fraternities and sororities. 就是有很多很好的，很好玩的，人都挺好的，不奇怪，也不会逼你去做一些恶心的事情。就是他们不会做像电影里面的那种事。They're not all like the movies. What they really are is a group of students who like to have events together, like to have a good time. 他们喜欢一起活动，一起做事情，他们觉得很好玩。所以如果你觉得那种情况感兴趣的话，你们至少可以去这个 Rush Week. 因为就是for the first few weeks of college, you can try them out. 你可以试一试。这个组织我喜欢吗？ Do I like this fraternity? Do I like this sorority? Maybe I don't. Maybe these guys are assholes. 也许他们就是坏人。Asshole 是脏话，但是 就是很容易形容一个 frat boy. Like a lot of times you'll hear like frat boy and asshole together. Maybe they're all assholes. 那别参加那个，但是可能另外一个 frat house, maybe another frat house is full of really great people. Maybe they all play Dota. 也许他们都玩 Dota. You also really like to play Dota, and then you would all play Dota together. It'd be really fun. Was I missing the messages 吗？不好意思，如果呢我不看到你们的信息，就是因为我忙着教这些事情，但是谢谢你们的评论。Let's see. So this example sentence is, Hey bro, I hear Alpha Sig is having a party later. We should totally go. 就是哥们儿，这个哥们儿是 Hey bro, bro 就是跟 fraternities 很有关系的。就如果你在一个 frat 里面 if you're in a frat, everybody will say bro all the time. It's like, bro, let's go do this. Like, bro, let's go play soccer. Bro, let's like drink some beer. Bro, let's go to that party. 也是那个声音，你经常会听到的。Alpha Sig 为什么是 Alpha Sig 呢？这是希腊话。It's Greek. Fraternities and sororities are often called Greek organizations. I didn't write that down here. 希腊组织 because of historical reasons, they liked to associate themselves with Greek culture. I don't really know why. So their names, 他们的名字平时是用希腊的字。And we should, they're having a party, 他们在 Alpha Sig 在派对，我们应该去吧。So yeah, sometimes fraternities will go to parties of other fraternities. Often a fraternity like Alpha Sig will go to a sorority. So 男的一个社会或去女的一个社会的派对。Like a fraternity full of men will go to a sorority full of women, and then they'll have like a really 热闹的派对，是很常见的一个情况。And this last sentence is entirely to do with sororities. 只有跟 sororities 有关系的。Oh my god, I love my sorority sisters. My big gave me so many presents. 这是什么意思呢？Oh my god 就是天哪 ！Oh my god 天哪 ！I love my sorority sisters. Sorority people in sororities 就是在这些姐妹会里面的人总是叫他们 sisters 姐妹。I love my sorority sisters. 我爱她们。My big gave me so many presents. 这个人给我很多礼物，所以我今天最后讲到的就是 sorority 里面的女人。你一进就是你进那个 sorority 的时候，你就是一个小。You're a little. That's your name. You're a little. And every little gets a big. A big 一个大，就是像你的姐姐一样，然后你是她的妹妹，然后你的姐姐就会给你。Your big will just give you presents and will try to get you more involved in the sorority. So, oh my god, I love my sorority sisters. My big gave me so many presents. 好，我们看。其实我还有选专业的还没有讲好，但是好像我就是要很快的讲这个，因为我们已经过时间了。但是选专业的话，不像中国一样，在美国大部分大学就是你可以调，可以改。You can change your major in most American universities, especially for 文科 liberal arts 可以转专业的。And sometimes they'll give you as many as 2 years out of the 4, 就是有2年可以转专业的。If you're studying something like physics, 物理even math, 数学，工程学 like engineering, that might not be true. 他们不一定会允许你改你的专业。And even if you can, I wouldn't recommend it. Like if you want to study engineering in the US, or if you want to study biology or science in the US, probably just like focus on that and don't change your major too much, because those are a lot stricter. 他们比较严格。 对，然后连你们就是如果你们学文科的话，我还是建议你们可以学其他的事情，但是还是集中你们的注意力在那个专业上，就是 focus on that major. Like I spent a lot of time studying Chinese in college, and I spent a lot of time studying history in college. I studied other things, but because I focused so much on Chinese and history, I feel like I really got a lot more out of my experience, and that's 文科. So 就是我觉得集中注意力是很重要的。好，然后就是这个最后一个笑话，when you get senioritis, you won't care what your major is anyway. 就是你可以换你的专业，但是到了大四的时候，反正你不会在意了，所以不如就选一个吧。好，谢谢大家观看我的播客。Thank you everybody for watching my lesson. Please follow me on QQ and follow all of the Onion Educational 洋葱教育 classes, any of them that you're interested in. There will be more of these open lectures, 就是有很多这种公开课，好像是每天都有的。你们都可以看，我每个星期三都会有直播。I'll be doing these live lectures every Wednesday. So I hope you liked my class, and I hope that I can see you guys again. And yeah, my VIP class will be coming out soon. I'll let you guys know. 我的 VIP 课会出来，我会提醒你们。好，谢谢大家。其实你们有问题还是可以问我。What's my major? 历史和亚洲研究，特别大概是中文。So history and basically Chinese. 如果你们有什么问题可以问我，我还待在这里3分钟、5分钟。American history 很大的一个问题呢，你们 American history is 你是问我是学什么样的历史对吧？主要是学中国的比较现代的历史 ，modern Chinese history，跟你们的革命有关系的事情，跟你们的那些仗有关系的。I studied a lot about World War II, the Chinese Revolution, the Chinese language, and that's why I spent so much time in China. Actually, my uncle got me interested in China a long time ago. 我舅舅就让我对中国很感兴趣。他在香港工作，he works in Hong Kong, and he's been a lawyer there. 他是个律师，他是香港的一个律师。然后他给我介绍了中国的文化，然后从那个时候我就一直很感兴趣。Can I sing an English song? My voice is a little bit dry right now, and I sing very poorly, but maybe next time. Are you going to tell us your WeChat? This is embarrassing. 这个有点尴尬. I don't even know how to tell you guys my WeChat. 我都不知道怎么告诉你们我的 WeChat. I don't even remember my WeChat name or number. But I might open like an official WeChat account. 我可能以后会开一个正式的微信账号。如果那样做的话，会告诉你们。对，中国近代史。I also studied a little bit of ancient Chinese history, but that's like such a big topic. It's difficult for foreigners to learn, especially just in college. Like, I mean, there's thousands of years of Chinese history, so I know the basics, like the basic structure, 基本上的结构，但是肯定没有你们那么熟。All right, thank you everybody for listening to my class. You should have a rest. I'm also gonna go 休息一下. I'm gonna go relax now. So thank you once again. And if I can figure out how to end the class, I will end it. Let's see. I'm really bad with technology. This class will just never end because I don't even know how to end it. Let's see. But yeah, you guys are free to go as I struggle here. Okay, let's see. Oh, maybe this would do it. Oh, that does it. All right, bye guys. See you next time.课结束了，对吧？你在看吧？
我没看。
哦，好，我希望真的结束了。